Hey Taurus, so today we're going to go ahead and look at your new love reading. This is for those of you who are single, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And we're going to take a look and see who is this new person that's coming into your life, who is your next love, next encounter. So we're going to get some details on how you'll know who this person is, who they are, what this connection will be like between the two of you, and any other details that need to come up here today. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We have the Magician. Yeah, so kind of like with that Magician, for some reason it's giving me the feeling of like something is reaching a home stretch. It's almost like with the Magician here, there's a feeling of something coming clearer into focus, almost like if you're using like a camera or something and you put the focus, you know how you tap the center of it and it becomes more in focus. I don't know yet again what this is, but there's something coming further into focus is all I know. And maybe it's coming after this like long and winding road kind of feeling. I'm hearing repairing the damage that has been done. Okay, yeah, Ten of Swords, the Seven of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, the World, wow. So this is going to be a few things here, but I do feel for some of you, there's a feeling of like in whatever way this is, somehow or another, there's damage, like remedy being done. Somebody or even just within yourself with these major cards coming up, somehow like a difficult or damaging situation is coming clear into focus as to how to either remove ourselves from that, to create a different vision for ourselves, or maybe even somebody who's attached to you. It could possibly be as well. There's something with this coming up here. And I'm being shown like somebody who is no longer sweating something, like they're dry, you know, it's like there's no more sweat here. So I don't know, let's keep going and see what else comes up here. But in some way there's like an ending of like a rock bottom situation. And since that Magician came up as the first card, I am reading this more as like a positive sense of somehow, it could even be that the viewer for you, you have more control over your life. You have more control over your circumstances, your reality. Maybe you've been able to recently come into some, you know, like power within yourself that you're able to no longer have people or situations that can hold you down anymore. That could also be the case too. And I'm almost being told that because of that, it may even be causing a ripple effect around you with certain situations, maybe things that are like other people need to now take responsibility for that. But tell me a little bit more, Spirit. What else can you tell us about this message here? What would you like to talk about today? Yeah, Spirit showing me like a cheesecake, and I'm hearing something like the whole cake is yours now. There's something where you're no longer taking breadcrumbs. And I don't know what this is. I'm not sure if this is like about a love interest right now for you, or this is somebody who feels this way towards you even, that you deserve the world right now. You deserve the best. You're really glowing as this Queen of Wands. It could just be something that's on more of like, again, a level to where you are realizing this about yourself, you know, that you deserve everything or you deserve the whole cake. I don't know, something to do with just like a damage that has been done, or a hurtful situation, or people who have hurt you, or someone's thinking this way about you. It's almost like something has twisted back into like it's kind of shifted, that the roles have shifted somehow to where now you're the one getting the whole cake, kind of, if that makes sense. And I'm hearing a strong message that I'm hearing something like this is the work of the angels, or something to where your angels, your guides, have been heavily watching over you with a particular situation, or even just in general. And it's very much of like a justice feeling, which is what we've been getting, I think, in the last like few weeks or so, or last month. I wouldn't be surprised if justice comes up. Yeah, Six of Wands. There's like a feeling of a victory here. And I will say for some of you, you're being kind of given a pat on the back here. I'm being shown like a guide putting a crown on top of your head. So some of you have actually done this yourself, whether you've walked away from something most recently, or maybe you've just done a lot of inner work within yourself. You've realized that you are the Magician here at this moment. That is kind of like a congratulations from your guides at this moment, to let you know that like the tables have turned somehow. You've done enough work, or you've done something really positive here to shift the dynamic of your life, or even love connections, maybe for some of you with this Page of Cups. What else, Spirit, do you want to say for this message here today? Yeah, Temperance. It's like something has been repaired, okay? It's like I was saying before, something about whatever that was, about damage being restored or repaired. It's something with the Temperance card where, and I was just talking about angels too, and the Temperance card can sometimes be a card of the angels as well. So it just feels like there's like repairs being done, and I don't know what that repairs are being done in your life, repairs about even like within your aura, something within your energy right now. And even to kind of rectify situations around you with the Page of Cups, maybe even bringing in fresh potential for you or fresh opportunities, something involving love, though I keep getting for some of you too, though, with the Page of Cups. It just feels like something has kind of come to a close, like the last snag. And actually I had seen this before I started the reading, so it makes sense now. They had showed me like a storm being over, and then they also showed me like almost like if you have like a, I don't know, like a t-shirt hanging from a tree or something, and then the wind comes in and it blows it off the tree, and it was like snagged, it was stuck there. It's like the final branch has fallen, and it's like the final maybe snag somewhere in this, in the storyline kind of for you or in your life has been released. And with this Nine of Cups and Temperance, this is in your favor. It's something to bring you closer to a wish fulfillment or just closer to peace. It's like in whatever way, again, this could be very specific. Maybe some of you have done something final, like a final piece of healing within yourself, or you, not that we're ever complete, like, but just something within a certain phase of your life where, I don't know, or maybe even like universally speaking, karmically speaking, whatever like someone has projected onto you or past situations you've been attached to, or people who have kind of done you wrong, the last straw of that has kind of fallen in order to allow for, again, remedy, healing, release, and also maybe even some kind of wish fulfillment in that process. So it makes sense as well with like the winding road reference, and like now we're on the home stretch. Tell me more though, Spirit, to get some more details to what exactly this is though, because it feels like it feels like a very good energy. It's just going to resonate differently for a lot of you, but they're drawing me back to the first card being the Magician. They want to say it's because actually for some of you, it's going to be a multitude of things where you actually have this to work with. Like you have the energy in front of you to work with. Something that you've wanted is like swirling in the universe here to make way for it to manifest in the physical world. And this actually could be many things. Like it could be one thing that you've always wanted, but it also could be like, just if that makes sense, like you're in control now, where maybe you were too snagged on that branch before. You weren't free from that last straw, whatever that was, that kind of prevented you from taking this role of the Magician, or from something to move forward in your life that you've been wanting to move forward. It's that kind of feeling here. And so they want you to know that. So let's see. This just flew out when I was talking. The tracks, and we have the tree here. Yeah, and a lot of you are just, you veered on track here. And even though you've been like on track, which has been coming up in the collective readings, somehow you've like actually merged onto a track here fully, is what it feels like. Tell us more, Spirit, about this message here. What would you like to talk about with this? What specifics do we need to know about this? I'm bringing back to the message about no sweating. I keep getting, I don't know. Yeah, no sweating. You're perfect. You're precise, exquisite, handle carefully. We do have the bridge here. So like I was saying, kind of, I think I said something about that. Well, yeah, we have harmony, compromise, overcome barriers. So with the Temperance here, I do feel like there's a couple things. For some of you, well, for a lot of you who are aligning to this, there's something very like exquisite about you that is being recognized, not only by people around you, but like the universe, sort of in a way, something within yourself too. Like you've kind of, you're like in a situation or in a role right now to where there's more of a recognition of like your power and who you are. And I do feel like this is what is creating sort of this reconciliation in whatever way that is. I'm hearing something about stretch your stretch your arms open to receive or something like that. So I do feel like with the Nine of Cups as well, a lot of you, like, this is a time here that you are stretching your limits kind of in a way with the Magician, or you're being asked to, because it's like there's something with that snowflake, with that Queen of Wands, something was like magnetizing about you right now, which is somehow like when you open your arms here, how to put it, like you invite in something here. Yeah, the ladybug, a lot of like good luck here. Wishes are coming true. Yeah, so Nine of Cups, wishes are coming true. A vibrant, abundant life, happy, comfort, wishes are coming true. So, and I'm getting to this snowflake could even be something very special coming in. I don't know exactly what it is here, but something very special coming in that's going to be one of a kind that you have never like experienced before. And it's because you've been able to see yourself as that snowflake. You know, you've been able to see yourself as this rarity or this, but I do feel for a lot of you, actually, there's something very unique coming towards you. Some kind of opportunity, which now is, you can see it now, because before with the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords, something was not able to be seen because whatever that was with the damage or whatever had been, I don't know, it feels like it was sort of like putting a barrier over you attracting whatever this exquisite thing is. And it could even be that, because there's a few different things coming up here. So because some of you, I'm getting that somebody sees you as the one over somebody else. So take what's going to kind of resonate with you, because there's a few things. Because I was kind of getting with that Page of Cups when I pulled that card, it almost felt to me like someone who's admiring you as the Queen of Wands right now. So you may have somebody who is really in their head and in their heart, like about you, seeing you as the one, seeing you as kind of like very unique, you're very special. And if there was been, or if there has been something involving a third party, that could be the case for some of you, but that's not going to be the case for everyone. I just saw 14, the number 14, and this Temperance is 14 too. So there could be something with 14 here. I just feel like it's almost just like that's what you need to know. I don't even know if some of you, this is even, how to put it, like you may not even be interested in whatever this is involving a third party. If that part resonates with you, it's more of like something that you need to know for your own growth right now, that like you've done it, you've been able to surpass something. And you know, with this clover here, you are in like a lucky place right now, and there's a lot of lightness coming to you. So maybe you just need that confirmation to know, regardless if you want somebody here in your life or not, just to kind of know that like, it's almost like in a sense too, because some of you could even be feeling like you don't really care anymore. You'll kind of know what this feels like if this part resonates with you, but it's almost like you're in a lightness to where you don't even really care anymore. This again could be specific. Maybe some of you walked away from a third party situation recently, or it could be in the further past. But with the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords, something was like wrong or off about that, and you walked away because you weren't in the snowflake's energy. But maybe you finally released that situation, and so that final branch again has fallen to where now you're in this like very light, like you feel light on your feet, or you're going to start to feel even lighter and lighter. And there is some special wish coming in. And for some of you, maybe it is. If that is something that you want, I mean, it could be some kind of mending, healing, reconciliation. But others of you, it's just going to be the fact that you've released yourself from that. And so because you've done that, that in itself has created the repairing of that damage, if that makes sense. It's kind of both ends of the spectrum here. Yes, there could be somebody who does want to make things right with you, even just energetically, depending on what they're going to do physically. But at the same time, you've already made it right too. It's kind of that kind of feeling here. You've already made it right within yourself. Let's see. Is there anything else, Spirit? What do you want to say here for this reading? What else do you want to talk about? I'm hearing that song by Katy Perry, You're Gonna Hear Me Roar. So yeah, there's some kind of powerful sweeping away going on, and you could even be feeling like you're in that place right now, like you're gonna hear me roar. You could be saying that, not actually like to people maybe, but you're saying it to yourself, and you're saying it energetically to people around you, like especially somebody or people who have either taken advantage of you, or people who have, I don't know exactly what that is, people who have, again, done something wrong towards you, or you just felt like there was that, again, that snag in the branch, sort of, that no matter what you did, you could never release that final piece, even if it's not the actual person, it's like the pain of it maybe, or the something. And now you're in this place of like, you're roaring like a lion, in a very powerful position. We have the fish here, and we have the lighthouse. Make a detour, obstacle, warning. And then we have the broom. Let's see. Yeah, so this here, it does feel like with this lighthouse, this is kind of what I was saying. You may have gone through like a detour with that Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Somehow you've taken a detour, either because you've actually done that, like you've known that you've done that detour, or a blessing in disguise kind of feeling, where somehow, how to put this, like you were on this road over here, but you hopped onto this other road, and that's where that situation is now being healed, kind of. But I think for a lot of you, you're just on the higher road, basically. So yeah, if you did walk away from something, or if you just decided that, like it says here, you know, feels good when it's over, that's kind of what I'm getting from the energy. It feels very light. It feels very freeing and light, and kind of like this clover, like happy-go-lucky feeling. So you may either have already done that, and this has been maybe like an accumulation of healing that you've done for yourself for a while now, and it's just a confirmation that you have completed that final kind of piece of that energy that you weren't able to kind of get, you know, under the table, that dust under the table. Or it could also be that you're going to be detoured. Okay, some of you, this could be like a divine rejection detour that's taking place for you. Maybe it's something which you're going to have a large increase in money. Something is increasing in your life, some kind of multiplication. And it feels like it's like kind of like that justice energy again, like something is rewarding coming through. But it's almost like I want to keep saying, though, in the background, that there is something with that Page of Cups where someone could be seeing that about you too, but I'm not even clear if that's something that you want or not. We have the balloons. So yeah, letting go of heaviness, stress relief, releasing problems, weight off of your, yeah, so all of this is about lightness. So this is definitely for somebody who needs to know that like things have become a lot lighter energetically for you, or they're really about to. But for most of you, it's probably something that you've already done. And if you haven't, just know that if you do let go of something that your intuition has been telling you maybe over and over, like it's time to let that go, what you're going to find when you do that is that you're going to be kind of detoured onto this road of the Nine of Cups. So don't be afraid right now to let go of things that are just like, again, like lingering debris kind of hanging from your back. Like it's that kind of feeling where you just have to sort of let that go. Can you tell me anything more here with the tarot? And then I'll get some other cards, but I just want to see, because I feel like there's something else about this energy that I want to look at. What else? Yeah, there's justice. So I knew that justice was going to come through, because that's what it feels like. They're showing the sacral chakra. So this actually could be some kind of justice in the sacral chakra, if that makes sense. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Swords. This could be around, the sacral chakra is our center of relationships as well. So it definitely feels like it's around something involving your self-worth though too, like how you feel about yourself, how you view yourself, how you show up in the world, how people romantically see you, pursue you, contracts that have maybe been rearranged or cut related to relationships. And it feels kind of complex here because of this third person. That's kind of where I was getting an entanglement where, you know, maybe for example, how, like, there could be another woman or man or just a third party who was involved in your connection, maybe even for some of you like a twin flame dynamic. And it's almost like this whole thing is justice. Like, if you were the one who did this, if you were the one who moved forward or moved on, or you've just done so much work on yourself to where you've released that heaviness, you've created justice in that situation. So this other person could also be feeling that justice from you, if that makes sense. It could be also if this has just fallen away naturally, maybe somebody walked away from you or something happened in the past. Same scenario, like now you're the snowflake, or now you're receiving what they are not going to get because you were always the snowflake, but they didn't see you as the snowflake. So there's justice for like everyone involved. I mean, I think it's, you know, you're the one getting justice in this case, but for those of you who are involved in some kind of higher level soul connection, there could be a lot of like mistakes being made right though. And yes, that could be that somebody will reach out. Maybe somebody's going to want to make that right with you. But just know that even if they don't do it physically, or even if you're not concerned about that in the physical world, it's already happened anyway. You know, like there's already been a healing of this. You may even be feeling that to be that you, like I said, you don't really care so much anymore. Maybe for some of you, depending on where you're at in the journey, maybe you've just said that what happened, and you know that you're on the path of your own justice. So you're not going to kind of concern yourself with that. But others of you, there could be a turn of the wheel here in regards to somebody who does want to return maybe, or to at least bring something here of an apology of some sort, or just something that you're being seen now as that Queen of Wands, as opposed to maybe before you weren't seen in that light because maybe you didn't see that within yourself. Anything else, Spirit, about this message? Yeah, they're showing me a sandwich, and then they're showing me the sandwich is no longer in a sandwich anymore. So yeah, something has been broken free from when it comes to some form of third energy. And it could even be just that wedge feeling to where you've been in the middle of something and you haven't been wanting to be in the middle of it. It's been just kind of like an annoyance for you. But Judgment and the High Priestess, let me get some of these. Lots of major cards here. Judgment, Justice, High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance. I'm hearing something you've always wanted is coming. Something you've always wanted. Nine of Cups. Yeah. And that's the reference of, yeah, the winding road coming into a straight line. Something you've always wanted. Okay, so here's the lovebirds. Yeah, and there is a message. So some of you could be receiving some kind of message. Tell me more, Spirit. Because I keep getting this feeling of like not pushing too hard though with that balloon. So I don't know, with the Nine of Wands, maybe some of you are not supposed to kind of go looking for this right now, letting it kind of come to you. What else can you tell us about this, Spirit? What exactly is the purpose of this message? And what else can you tell us here for whoever this is for here today? Yeah. This could be maybe in Taurus season, because they're showing me a bull, and how, like, you know, a bull has, like, Taurans are known for their senses, and it's something to where it's like I'm being shown like a bull smelling something coming closer and closer. So this could be around Taurus season, but which is at the end of April into May, but it could also be that something is coming closer and closer and you can feel it. You know, again, there's something here. We have the lingerie. So here's sacral chakra. I do feel like there's something very like juicy on its way here, and it's coming in very soon, or possibly it's getting closer and closer. And also with the reference of like smelling, sniffing with the high priestess, your intuition could be sort of sniffing that out, if that makes sense, that you're feeling something coming closer and closer. And this feels to be, I will get the details here in a minute because I'm curious to see what exactly that is that's coming closer. Most of you, it feels to be in the form of like a wish fulfillment. For a lot of you, it seems like it's about a love connection. It could be an offer coming in. It possibly could be a bridge, a reconciliation. It's also going to be a sense of you just being more in touch with the Queen of Wands part of you, which can be someone who's very sensual, someone who's very attractive, alluring. You could even be getting in touch with your own body here, open to new experiences. But these new experiences are more like immersive. You know, it's something to where these experiences that are coming in, that are getting closer and closer to coming, are like, again, pleasurable, which can be seen in a variety of ways. Like it could be something involving like physical, you know, connections, a love connection, which is going to be very much of like a wish fulfillment for you, exactly the person that you want or the type of person you want. It could also be just getting in touch more with like your senses somehow, getting closer to sort of just, I don't know, any type of wish fulfillment. We have lavender here. Some of you may even want to have lavender essential oils, maybe lavender bubble bath, something with lavender, because there is a feeling of like being gentle right now with yourself, maybe even going within at the moment. There was a lot of that came up, I think, in the last reading. So just taking time to yourself right now. Here's the Magician, Book of Spells. So, but before I get to that message, I do feel like you may need to go within here right now and to be within yourself, because I'm getting to that when you do tap into your intuition, you're going to feel this coming too. You're going to be able to sense more of your own like body, your own feelings, and also because of that, what's kind of around the corner feeling. It's almost like you're getting in touch with yourself, which gets you in touch with the emotions of another person kind of feeling, and just things that are coming towards you. But with the Book of Spells here, see, it says you've manifested this with the Magician. And I was getting that in the beginning, something that you've manifested, or that you are, forgot what came up here, but I feel like, yeah, it's because you've cleared something else out, or because you've cleared sort of that energy within you, whatever we had seen before, your manifestation is becoming more crystal clear. The things that you've wanted to manifest, maybe even one particular thing that you've really wanted, it's becoming closer. It's coming closer because you've come closer to yourself. Anything else, Spirit, for this message here today? And then I'll get some of the specific cards. We have the Princess. So even whether you're a man or a woman, we have treated like a queen. Self-love attracts romance, a fairy tale ending. You deserve the best. Yeah. So I really feel like there's something very much of just this, like, such a wish fulfillment coming in. And it does feel like this is, again, a combination of you treating yourself like a queen or king, or you being in the position to know that you deserve not just romance, but like even just romanticizing your own life. You know, there's just something about what's coming in, which you've been able to cultivate within. But on that same note, I do feel like there is somebody coming towards you here in love who's going to be treating you this way, treating you maybe like a queen or a king, princess treatment, something like that with the Page of Cups, where with the snowflake, remember, it's like you stand out. There's something within you right now that's really standing out amongst the rest, and you've been able to really see that within yourself here, and people have seen that about you. So really, it's just on a more simple note, with that Justice card, it just kind of goes back to the fact that what comes around goes around kind of feeling. Or what goes around comes around. I can never remember which one it is. But I do feel like there is, yeah, what comes around goes around, I think. There's something with that Justice and the Wheel of Fortune, where, yeah, like wherever those mistakes were made, or wherever you were kind of mistreated before, you end up in the castle. So maybe you leave somebody behind, and then, you know, you're the one that ends up in the castle in the end. Or maybe somebody returns to you to take you in the castle, which is part of your justice. Let me get the other cards here. And they're showing me that I'm seeing a vision of like you sitting in, again, this like castle maybe is just coming through, and then you almost have like a password, you know, whoever's going to enter that castle, which the castle can represent you, your body, especially with this card here. For some of you, that could be very literal. Like there could be someone who does want to either, you know, come in to, maybe it's like a new connection starting, or it's someone that you're going to be dating, or maybe someone returning. And especially when it comes to like the sacredness of your body, you may have like a password, sort of like only special people can, you know, enter this castle. Or that, again, may be specific. When I'm shuffling these decks here, I'm noticing we do have longing. So since I was kind of feeling that intuitively, I do feel like there is someone who's longing for you, and I don't know yet what they want, but it seems like that could be the person who definitely, I mean, that is the person who I think with the Justice card, though. This is somebody who's realized your value, or they've realized that you are, again, this unique snowflake. And for a lot of you, this is someone who does want a second chance. It just depends, though, entirely if this is something that you want or not either, though, because some of you are going to reject them and they don't have the right password. But maybe for others of you, they do. But either way you do that, though, you're still going to be releasing. It's still going to be a feeling to where you are, it's going to cause this, like a sense of release and almost like a celebration, because you've been able to release that, whatever that energy was that like didn't feel good, or whatever happened between the two of you in the past, or whatever you felt about the situation. You're taking it upon yourself to release that, or this situation is going to allow you to kind of release that, you know. But let me get some of these specific cards, then I'll go back into this deck, and then I probably will do an extended and see what we have come up later for that. But let's see what comes up from this specific prophecies deck. I'm being shown somebody with a stomach ache, but it's not you. I don't think it's you. It looks like somebody who's nervous maybe around you. Yeah, see, when I just shuffled at the bottom, we have that word intimate. So you will begin to share more intimate moments with a person of interest that will create a closeness and bond that you have not experienced with anyone else before. Yeah, so wasn't I saying something about that? Like with the snowflake, it's something very unique coming in, like an experience that you've never had before. It doesn't have to be a new person. It could be, I mean, I don't know, for this it feels like it could be various things. It could be this a person who's coming back around, and the two of you, not even just like, you know, physically intimate, but since we have this card, I do think that's a part of it. But it's also just like getting very intimate within the two of you. But I'm going to have to look more into that, because I don't know further than that what that situation entails. But others of you, it could be like a new situation that's very exquisite, you know, it's very much of like a snowflake situation. Like it's very different or unique. It's something you've never had before. You know, maybe you've never had that kind of love before. Maybe you've never been treated this way before. Maybe you've never felt this way about yourself before. Okay, so Spirit, tell us the specific details for this message. What exactly is all of this about for the viewers that they need to know? Tell us about this. I'm being shown a shower down from the sky, but it looks like golden specks, like blessing shower or something. Like there's a lot of blessings. And there's a feeling of that like being open. I think I mentioned before too, being expansive and open. Someone who you wouldn't expect to will make it known that they have feelings for you. So for some of you, maybe you don't know this person very well. There may be different groups of you, but maybe you wouldn't expect, either because you wouldn't expect that this is someone who, you know, has romantic interest in you, or you wouldn't expect that they were actually going to ever come forward again, but something may be unexpected about it. And I'm being shown someone putting a final piece together. Okay, so someone will approach you with an apology. They can't be trusted. Here's the same card. So I'll have to break this down there because they showed me a puzzle being put, like a final puzzle that you found. So I don't know. Tell me a little bit more, Spirit. Maybe for some of you, there's different groups of you here. Maybe some of you will hear something from somebody and it's going to give you the final puzzle that's not. Maybe that's the final puzzle, the 10 of Swords, the 7 of Swords. That with the Justice. You know, maybe this all connects back to you freeing yourself, like we had before too with the Detour. As always with these collective readings, there are going to be different groups of you, because now we have a career, see, with the Detour. Others of you, this is a career message too. So just take it how it's going to really apply for you. It could even be both. Some of you, this could be a life change that's going to affect your career and your love life. But some of you, there's, yeah, with the here, you may have a career change which is going to like multiply your money. So be open for that, especially if it comes in unexpectedly, or if you don't, you know, maybe it's going together with some of you getting in touch with yourself, because as you get more in touch with yourself, not only does it affect your love life, but it affects your finances too. Challenges that have once held you back will soon be cleared out. What once felt impossible and unconquerable will now feel minuscule. So yeah, that's that final snag on the branch feeling. So whatever that was that you felt, you know, you were unable to kind of surmount that, or there was some specific area that just, no matter what you did, it just like didn't move forward somehow. It's always kept getting stuck. It's going to be cleared out. Yeah, you do have a romantic interest reaching out to you. So I think for the extended reading, for this one, since I do feel for most of you this seems to be a love message, and I don't want to like overcomplicate it, I'm going to just look into love in the extended, like who is coming towards you, because there seems to be, maybe it could be the same person or it could be more than one person, but who's coming towards you in love? What do you need to know about this intimate lingerie thing here? And just like what's coming in. A social invitation will approach that will grant you the opportunity to reconnect with close friends or family. I was getting a message about that before I started the reading, but there's a ton of things that came up and I couldn't remember them all. But for someone very specific, you could get an invitation to like it could be a wedding, it could be a reunion, and especially if it involves travel, they want you to go to that. So if someone reaches out to you and says that they have, like, maybe you're invited somewhere and maybe you have to drive there or maybe even fly there, and if you have the means to, Spirit's saying to go to that, because something that could be the person who you're going to meet there, or there's just something that you're going to see about yourself there. Because I do feel like for a lot of you, if this reading is for you, you're really in that, I just want to call it the snowflake energy, because something with that Queen of Wands, to where you're in this very, like, you're recognizing your own unique brilliance, and other people are seeing that too. So you may have a lot of people that are going to want to connect with you, but there's something specific about an invitation, maybe even a business offer for others of you too. Business trip. What else, Spirit? Any other specifics here? Putting another's needs ahead of your own will bring about a downfall. Your financial situation will improve by the end of the year. Yeah, some of you need to hear that message too in this reading, that whatever you're going through financially now, especially if you have like a shift in career path, or even just a shift, maybe it's like a promotion or something, your finances are going to improve by the end of this year. We have peace, harmony, and balance that has been lacking in your life will soon be restored. That's the Temperance card. That connects to me with the bridge, where it could even be a broader sense, like the bridge in many areas. It's just a sense of that, like I was saying before, like a lightness to your touch, a lightness to your step. Something is lightening up basically within you and within your life. And there are going to be a lot of bridges mended, even if they are bridges within self, within friends, family. Tell us a few more, Spirit. Tell us a few more specifics, please, for this reading. I'm getting this person coming up in the energy now. I don't know if it's the same person, but I'm getting something about someone who hopes that you will hear them out or something, or they almost feel like they're really, yeah, like they really hope that you'll hear them out, whatever they have to say, or maybe you're going to meet them at some event, like someone that you know probably though for that one. What else, Spirit, for this message? Any other specifics, please? Okay, yeah, your career and business path is being guided by a higher power at this time. You're being asked to have faith and to utilize your abilities, as this will help your endeavors to grow and prosper. You will soon be met with a surprise from Spirit as a reward for your perseverance and dedication throughout your struggles. Yeah, so that's the Nine of Cups, the Snowflake 2. I was getting this special, like, special event or something. Okay, I'm just going to actually leave it there. Let me actually pull, though, from this final deck here to see if we can just get, like, what is this? What is this surprise here? What is the main thing that's coming in for the viewers? Like, what is this snowflake feeling? What is this main surprise coming in for the viewers? Is it a love connection? For a lot of you, though, I am getting it's this overall sense of security. So career, business, yeah, you're going from the Five of Cups to the Queen of Pentacles. So for most of you, it's going to be a combination of, like I was saying, you know, when you feel good within yourself, then obviously other people can feel good about you too. But it's a sense of peace. Like this Queen of Pentacles looks very peaceful to me. It looks like she's in a really peaceful spot, like the forest in the background. She has her pentacle, she has her couch here, the comfortability. Most times the Queen of Pentacles does have a partner too. So there's just a sense of like you can rest at ease within yourself and within the things that you once kind of felt that were sad or like you couldn't conquer them. And on that same note, I keep getting that sense to where like someone that you've been sad about, someone that you had to let go of, or someone who put you maybe in some kind of third party or something like that. It's like either this is again going to be that castle feeling to where they will want to, you know, invite you back in their castle, or if you will allow them to, or if you want that, or you're just going to be sitting really pretty in like a new position, and this is going to be the surprise for you that's going to bring you peace, because maybe it's a partner that's going to be very different than you've ever experienced. Someone that you can have a very deep, intimate connection with on all levels, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. But I do feel like with this late house here, there's a feeling of a detour though. So that's what kind of gives me the sense that this is going to kind of be like a sharp turn in the path, you know, or that home stretch where you were winding in the road, but then you turned like a sharp left, or, you know, and then now you're on the straight path. So now you're kind of heading towards your final destination sort of for a while. So it's something like that where, again, can you give me one more specific, Spirit, as to what exactly this is, if you could? What exactly is this surprise? Is it a person coming towards them? Is it, I think it's what I just said. I don't know why I'm asking again, because I think it's what I just mentioned, but the Hermit, the Devil, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so it's a lot of what I just said in the reading. It feels like a lot of you are going to have clarity of the past come in though, either because of this person, we'll look at them in the extended, or because of something involving even just you putting that puzzle together yourself. But here you are as the Nine of Pentacles. Again, you're going to be in a good position. Definitely financially, I'm getting a lot of you are going to be in a much better position financially. But at the same time, you've been enough in this Hermit. You've done enough work. You've been attached to this Devil's energy for long enough. And whoever has been putting you in that Devil's energy, or whoever kind of intentionally or unintentionally put you in that Devil's energy, it's like this is kind of, again, where Spirit's going to come in and either detour you from that or give you a sense of clarity with that situation. So with this here too, it's important that you do keep staying in this Nine of Pentacles and that you take care of yourself right now and coming in the next, really this year I'm getting, because for a lot of you, there could be quite a bit of energies that do want to come into your life or come back into your life, or just like a lot of things are going to be coming at you, maybe even a lot of people in business as well. So there's certain people that you can trust and there's certain people that you can't trust, and maybe that's kind of where the detour is going to come in. So I'm just going to pull a final card from this deck, and then we will go over to the extended and we will just look at love, really. If anything else comes up, we'll look at that too, but I kind of want to focus on sort of narrowing down what this is in love. So any final message for the viewers of the reading, Spirit? Okay, I was guided to take that one at the bottom. Any final message for the viewers that they need to know to summarize this reading and to give a final message in this reading? Yeah, so at the bottom, find luxury in both the small and larger things in your life. Allow yourself to feel proud of your accomplishments and success and look back at how far you've come. So yeah, for a lot of you, luxury is really like a lot of what's coming in, which feels like it's on, again, many levels, because it just feels like there's a cushion here to catch you now. We also have this card here. You may be hiding parts of yourself out of shame or fear of judgment. Emerge from your cocoon and know that once you accept all parts of yourself, others will also accept you for exactly who you are. Come out of hiding. That's the snowflake reference. And that's what I was saying about the Queen of Wands. A lot of you're coming into this, if you haven't already, it's like going to be emerging more and more over the next coming months or so. But a lot of you have already been feeling this way, that like you can be yourself. And I really feel like that's connected to this card here too. It's like someone who is meant to be in your life is going to be able to love you for exactly who you are. Like all of the quirks, all of the things that you feel that maybe other people have ridiculed or other people have not appreciated. That's the feeling of like creating remedy in those mistakes of the past. So people may make that right, but even if they do make it right, it's still the fact that that may not be enough. Like there's people that are going to realize that you're the snowflake too late, and then you're going to realize that you're the snowflake, so then somebody else who never already messed up is going to also see that, so there's just something to where you're going to be able to connect much more intimately with people, and definitely a specific person. I keep getting like maybe a future partner of yours, whoever they are. I feel like you're going to be given this opportunity, and it's because you've also done that work within yourself. So your guides want you to be very proud of that. Bring more calm and peace to your life. Self-created thought forms, worrying about the future and dwelling on the past is causing anxiety. Shift your thoughts into balance and back into this present moment. So we had a few things about that. The lavender came up. So definitely I think that for a lot of you, this time period could be kind of overwhelming, or even if you do kind of like have this energy start to come in, or maybe someone that you're going to connect to, it could cause like a feeling of anxiety. So definitely lavender is coming up. It can be very calming to smell the scent of lavender. But even just meditating, just creating time for yourself definitely right now, because you really don't sort of have to force anything. It just feels like it's going to be falling into place more and more. But definitely this could be like a fear coming up too of like what happened in the past and how that affected you. But I'm going to leave it here, and I will go over to the extended. And again, we're going to look at the love situation and just see what comes up in love. Like, what is this intimate connection here? We're going to look at just who's kind of attached to you, who's coming in towards you, and see what Spirit wants to say with that. And yeah, so the link is down below for the extended. And if you did enjoy this reading, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below. I hope that this could help. And I will talk to you all next time. Take care and lots of love.